Hi, my name is Sharice, and my group member's name is Yaqueen Ma, and we decided to do our project over Seattle real estate. Now, we chose to do Seattle real estate simply because it is intriguing to us just how quickly housing prices has risen in Seattle, Washington, and its suburbs and sub-cities. It has actually tied the second longest streak for rising housing prices, which is about $200,000 a year. Yes, a year, which is about 13%. And we just kind of wanted to see what is it about these houses. Is it the characteristics? Is it the condition? Is it the price? Is it the location? Is it the view? I mean, what is it that makes people want to buy these homes for these ridiculous prices? So that's what we did. We chose variables and characteristics about these houses, and we kind of ran a little bit of data and some tests on them to see, okay, like how does this affect the pricing, and is it related to the pricing, or how does that outliers affect, or did we take out any outliers? And so basically through this project and through our graphs, you'll see exactly what we did to manipulate the data. Now, about the variables, we chose to use a few variables such as price, bedrooms, bathrooms, square feet of living, which is like the house in general, and then square feet above, which is not including the basement, and then we chose to do square feet lot, which is like the backyard or how many acres or front yard, just about like the land that you own in general. And condition of the home, like was it good, was it excellent, was it new, was it old, and like the city and everything like that. And we chose those just simply because those all kind of pertain to size, they pertain to location, and they pertain to condition, which are some of the three top things that people look for when they are choosing to buy a house. And it kind of just has a heavy weight when it comes to how much the price is and how much people are really willing to pay for it. We decided to omit things, even though it is very beneficial in some other cities or when looking at houses. We omitted them because there's just simply isn't enough statistical evidence in our graph for us to include it, or in our data sets for us to include it. And those would include things like waterfront. Not too many of these homes are waterfront. Those are very, very few. And if they are outliers because they're really, really expensive. So we omitted a lot of the outliers that you'll see in our graphs below. And we also omitted if it had a basement, because very, very few of these homes had a basement. If I am correct, I think all of them had zeros underneath them for the basement. So we just didn't feel like that would be very beneficial for us to use. And so one of the things that we looked at is there are more abundance of homes that are 3 to 4 bedrooms. And these homes, obviously, because they are the majority, they do hold the highest price. And so one thing that we did notice that bedrooms doesn't really affect the price as much as we really thought it would, because not too many homes in Seattle have 5 or 6 or 7 bedrooms. The homes that have like 7+ bedroom, those again aren't the outliers, and there are very few with those, And so for the most part, it's like 3 to 4 bedrooms. So after we decided to run the bedrooms to see, the quantity of bedrooms, we decided that since the majority of the homes in the Seattle area are between 3 and 4 bedrooms, then obviously that won't be a good basis to base our price off of when we talk about terms of size. Because if a home that has 3 bedrooms is worth $300,000 and another home that has 3 bedrooms is worth $1 million, obviously bedroom is not necessarily the reason for the price. It's obviously another variable. So we decided to run how the square feet of a home affects the price. Square feet is another way of seeing, and this would be square feet living, that's another way of seeing, okay, how does the size relate to the price? And if you look at the graph below, that you will notice that the more the square feet, the higher the price. And we decided to get rid of the outlier. We cut our data off at $10 million. So if a home is worth more than $10 million, we just decided to take that out because there was maybe like 1 or 2 out of the many samples that we have, and we decided that it doesn't really do much for our data. And so we went ahead and took that out. And so looking at the square feet in the home, you can tell that the more the square feet, the more significant the price will be for that home. it's more of like in a V pattern, or a sideways V pattern, which lets you know that the price is increasing as the square feet gets higher, which is a positive thing because that lets us know that, okay, people are spending their money on square feet and size, not necessarily just location or any other variable that you could possibly think of. So that honestly stands still, which is a positive when looking at our data. Moving on, we decided to add back in bedrooms to our data. So we decided to filter out the color of bedrooms, and they are going to be in the different shades of blue. The darker the color, the less bedrooms; the lighter the color, the more bedrooms. And if you're looking at the data to the side, obviously we're still in a V pattern. We still cut off at $10 million. The only difference is the bedrooms, but you can tell that there isn't really much of a difference in the bedroom as we suspected before. And so this actually helped us, conclude our hypothesis of, okay, then we don't think that bedrooms is a very big predictor of that. And you can kind of tell by so the number that is above the $6 million, it's more in like a lighter color. It's more in like a lighter color, but you also see like one of the darker colors is also pretty high, and it's not necessarily anything consistent with the bedrooms. It's more of just the square feet, and so you notice the square feet to be more of a higher pull than anything else. You can see that the square feet past 10,000 is a really light color, so obviously it has a bunch of bedrooms, but the one that is above 6 million, it's a lighter color than the one that has, the 7.5 plus bedrooms, that lets you know that obviously that's not what we're looking for. Next, we decided to check out the AIC, which this is a very important data because it lets us know what is most significant, what variables are more significant, and if we omit anything or omit any variables, does our AIC get better? The lower it is, the better it is for us. And so after running it, we noticed that the best AIC actually comes from bedrooms, square feet, square lot, in the condition of the home, which is positive for us because it feels like that's quite practical. If the condition of the house is better, we're obviously going to pay more money, and the size also is a very good contributing factor. Bedrooms, although bedrooms is still in there, that still has a factor because in some cases, you do want, if you're going to pay $1 million for a home, you probably want more than one bedroom, and I feel like that's a reasonable expectation. And that would conclude our presentation for today. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to us, and we hope that you have a great day.